Okay, I don't have much to say today. Let me start by properly establishing the CIPM protocol. The president and the chairman of the governing council, Mr. Olusegun Mojid, FCIPM FNLI, the vice president, Mr. Henry Unuapo, MOCIPM, the national treasurer, Mrs. Ogochukwu Egbonu, MCIPM, the registrar and chief executive of our institute, Ms. Uluwatoyin Naiwo, FCIPM, the immediate past president, Mr. Olawale Adidiran, FCIPM, esteemed council members, distinguished fellows of our institute, members and colleagues, invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you today. Not only a great pleasure, maybe I should add that it's also with a deep sense of shared achievements that I stand before you today to deliver my address. Shared achievements because whatever it is we have achieved in the last 1 year, all of us on this call that are members of the branch contributed to it. This year has been one of significant progress and strategic alignment, realignment for our branch. And I'm excited to share with you the various developments and initiatives that have shaped our journey. I know the General Secretary will still come to give you the chapter activity report. This is my address. And I just want to share with us some of the things that have shaped our journey in the last 1 year. But before delving into the details of my address today, I want to first and foremost extend my heartfelt commendations to all the past branch chairmen for the solid foundations they laid. It is upon these foundations that we are building and advancing the mission of the CIPM Ogun State branch. Their foresight, dedication, and hard work have paved the way for the successes we celebrate today. And I'd like us to please give a round of applause to all past leaders of CIPM Ogun State branch. So please, if you don't mind, you can please, thank you very much. You can just please put it together virtually for all of them. It is the foundation they have built that we are building upon. Now, on March 30th, 2023, this administration took flight with an 8-point agenda aimed at propelling our branch to new heights. This agenda, chapter development, capacity development of members, establishment of strong communication system, robust digital transformation. We have improved membership and stakeholder engagement, enhanced brand visibility. We promise to acquire a piece of land for branch use. And we also promise financial stability for the branch. And I'm pleased to announce that we have made tremendous progress across all these fronts. So I'm going to take them one by one and just briefly mention some of the progress we have made. On chapter development, the leadership of our branch has been steadfast in both fortifying established chapters and fostering the establishment of new chapters. So amplifying our community's reach and impact. And this strategic initiative has been multifaceted and purposeful. in response to the logistical challenges faced by our members who are to travel, from distant chapters to Abeokuta. We have restructured our meeting framework for greater efficiency and inclusivity. So monthly branch meetings, as you knew it, have not been holding, and instead chapters conduct their meetings and they provide comprehensive progress reports to the branch. And this strategic adjustment aims to simplify communication and reduce the burden of members, particularly those from distant chapters. So you don't have to attend dual meetings every month. Once you do that of the chapter, that will be sufficient. So on our chapter, a dedicated effort was made to engage and invigorate the chapter. We are thrilled to announce to you today, esteemed colleagues, that in active participation, their participation has increased tremendously in the Institute's activities. Now, on Agbara chapter, we've extended our support to them, aiming to fortify and bolster the operations of the chapter. And our endeavors have been geared towards fostering a more robust and engaged community within the Agbara community. For Okemoson, we organized a free professional development seminar, I think on the 29th of August last year. And this event not only provided invaluable insights, but also served as the formal inauguration of the chapter. The seminar also attracted significant attention and support, drawing the participation of the Ogun State Head of Service, Mr. Kolawole Peter Fagbon, and 4 permanent secretaries were also in attendance. So the well-attended event was a testament to the dedication and enthusiasm of our members in the civil service. Now, on the RCCG chapter, we took the 9th annual branch conference there, and we leveraged the opportunity to further strengthen and fortify the chapter. The engagement at this event contributed significantly to the growth and cohesion of the RCCG chapter, aligning it more closely with the broader objectives of the Institute. Next slide, please. Thank you. Now, on Shagamu chapter, our efforts have been focused on engaging and uniting members of the Institute within the interchange Shagamu axis of the state. And through consistent support and encouragement, this community has begun mobilizing themselves, marking the imminent kickoff of the Shagamu chapter. I'm glad to say this development is poised to expand our reach and influence in the region significantly, and we extend our heartfelt appreciation to our esteemed colleagues there, the likes of Mr. Remilekun Hamzat Bright, MCIPM, Mr. Ismail Ganiu, MCIPM, Mr. Gubemi Edu, and a host of others, Mr. Tosin Oshin, there's Olabode Ubajo there. Thank you all for your invaluable efforts towards the establishment of the Shagamu chapter. We hope that this will kick off very soon. Now, on Abeokuta chapter, a significant emphasis has been placed on establishing a chapter that will accommodate members in Abeokuta who are not civil servants. All of us used to meet together, the civil servants and the non-civil servants. But since the creation of Okemoson chapter, we have been making frantic efforts to bring together the practitioners there to give them a chapter of their own where they can meet. And the current branch executive committee, established in March last year, have been diligently working on this initiative under the leadership of our esteemed fellow there, Mr. Musliu Afisi, FCIPM, and Dr. Peter Ogun. A dedicated committee has been appointed to spearhead the establishment of this chapter, and we are confident that with our collective efforts and commitment, the chapter will soon be operational. Now, the second agenda item of our 8-point agenda, we promise capacity development for members. Our commitment to your professional growth is evident through the free professional development courses that we conducted throughout the year. These courses aim to enhance your skills and knowledge in various people management processes. We conducted 4 professional development courses last year on understanding core HR processes, on performance management, on time management, and on ethics of, I think, workplace ethics, yes. So we conducted those 4 courses last year, and they are absolutely free, just to develop the capacity of our members as we promised. Our 9th annual conference was also a resounding success with exceptional participation and insightful contributions from distinguished speakers. So our initiatives and collaborative efforts have distinctly elevated the perceived value of our branch and fortified its credibility, marking a pivotal milestone in our journey. Notably, we have witnessed a remarkable increase in corporate sponsorships for our events, and this is good news to all of us. We appreciate the Corporate Relations Committee, spearheaded by Mrs. Bettina Bangboshe, that made all this happen. Number 3, we promised strong communication system, and we have taken proactive steps to enhance communication within the branch. Firstly, we implemented a centralized WhatsApp community for the entire branch, consolidating all chapter WhatsApp groups to promote seamless communication across the entire branch. And this ensures that members could easily connect and share information across all chapters. Furthermore, we integrated chapter chairmen into the branch executive meetings, executive committee meetings. Our chapter chairmen now attend, so they can bring information from the chapters, and they can take information back from the branch. And this has facilitated direct communication channels between the branch leadership and its chapters. And this approach continually enhance collaboration and alignment of goals between the central leadership and all the chapters. Also, recognizing the importance of effective information dissemination, we have adopted an email communication system, and this has allowed us to effectively contribute to crucial information dissemination, announcements, updates, and relevant resources. It has allowed us to disseminate it to all of you. I'm sure all of us on this call, we have been getting email communication. So we promised, and that's how we have delivered. We also promised robust digital transformation. This is the digital age. We won't be fair to ourselves if we don't move with the time, especially since we have the skills dominant within the branch. I'm glad to announce that of all the branches of CIPM, Ogun State is really leading this digital space. We implemented a robust website and various digital tools to streamline event planning and enhance communication strategies within the branch. And these ensure a more connected and informed membership within the branch. Our digital strategy focuses on enhancing user experience, engagement, and of course, our operational efficiency. So from an interactive website to advanced CRM systems, we are very committed to utilizing these technologies for the betterment of our members. Can we move to the next slide, please? Thank you very much. The next we promised is improve membership and stakeholders engagement. We've established various committees composed of members from all chapters to encourage participation and engagement, alongside a dedicated member support center for seamless assistance and engagement. So to ensure cohesive leadership and effective dispute resolution, we have established the Leadership and Mediation Committee, ably led by our Mama Kukoyi. We established this committee to foster unity within the branch and enhance stakeholders' relations through impactful collaboration. And in addition to these efforts, we actively foster direct engagement with members by organizing quarterly branch general meetings. These gatherings provided opportunities for members to voice their opinions and share feedback and stay informed about important developments within the branch. Now, on enhanced brand visibility, that's the sixth promise we made to you. I'm glad to say that events and activities have garnered significant attention, being reported in major newspapers and TV stations across Nigeria. And this widespread coverage not only highlights the impact of our initiatives, but also serves as a testament to the relevance and influence of the Ogun State branch in the entire HR community. Maybe I should also say boldly here, without apology, that in the last 1 year, Ogun State have done more than other branches in terms of media publicity. If you want to celebrate yourselves for this, I mean, you can go ahead and do that. We also proudly introduced the Innovora magazine, a testament to our commitment to insightful publications. The maiden edition was launched in July last year, and it received commendation and even a cash gift from the Institute. The second edition, which encompasses the essence of our 9th annual conference held last year, was also published in October last year, and we gave a copy each to all physical attendees of the conference. Now, through active social media engagement, we have also significantly enhanced our brand's visibility, and this has furthered our role as a valuable resource within the industry and the larger community of human resource management. The seventh promise we made is that we're going to give you a land, and we are diligently pursuing this. We are at an advanced stage in our pursuit of a piece of land for branch use, and we especially appreciate the outgone head of service of Ogun State, Mr. Kolawole Peter Fagon. We appreciate our esteemed permanent secretary, Mr. Jola Oyeneye, MNI. My vice chairman has been up and doing on this matter. The immediate past chairman, Alhaji Adedunto Abubakar, Mr. Olukoga, the entire executive, the executives of the branch, especially those working in Okemoson. Thank you very much for all that you have done in this regard. Now, we promised financial stability, and we know that maintaining financial stability is very, very paramount. Achieved through members' subscription to events and timely subscription payments. This ensures the stability and growth of the branch. So the formula we have adopted now is that you pay subscription to the chapters, and for some of you, you can pay directly to the branch. So next slide, please. Thank you. In addition to this 8-point agenda, we made tremendous progress in the following areas: institutional visits, a new members drive. Since we came into office in March last year, our efforts to attract new members to CIPM have been immensely successful. More than 150 individuals, let me take that again, more than 150 individuals have enthusiastically filled out forms to join the Institute through the efforts of the Ogun State branch. Their details have been swiftly sent to the CIPM headquarters for proper registration, reflecting the increasing appeal and value of our branch to the wider community. Now, this significant uptick in membership affirms our commitment to growth and professional development within our branch. And these new potential members will undoubtedly enrich our community and benefit from the diverse opportunities that we offer. Let me also say that through our outreach, through our efforts, we have fostered promising collaborations with esteemed institutions, and these include Moshood Abiola Polytechnic. Esteemed Vice Chairman was there with Dr. Akintunde, one of the past chairmen of the branch. We also went to Lagos State University and Ekiti State House of Assembly, including the NYSC orientation camp in Ogun State. May I announce that we are proud to report a significant milestone in our relationship with LASU. Through our concerted efforts, the Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellors, both of them, and other key leaders of Lagos State University have been inducted into the Institute. So they are members of the Institute because of the efforts of the leadership of CIPM Ogun State branch. If you want to celebrate God in our lives, please, you can go ahead and do that. So we take immense pride in highlighting that the Ogun State branch played pivotal role in facilitating this process, underscoring our commitment to fostering strong partnerships and advancing professional excellence in Nigeria and beyond. Now, on corporate social responsibility, in alignment with our dedication to the welfare of the society, our branch engaged in impactful collaborations with external partners to organize 2 significant career fairs this year. And these collaborative efforts were instrumental in facilitating one-on-one career counseling and CV reviews for more than 1,000 graduates. We are glad to announce that more than 50 jobs have been extended to participating individuals, marking a substantial leap in employment opportunities and career advancement. And the success of these events not only echoes our to social responsibility, but also emphasizes our collective efforts in creating pathways for career growth and development within the human resource community. These are initiatives. I hope you can still hear me as I conclude. Someone was trying to call me. Can you still hear me? Mr. Olukoga, please confirm you can still hear me.
Yes, you are still loud and clear, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So, lastly, on the zonal public lecture, I am proud to I have led the Southwest Zone to a highly successful zonal public lecture, which focused on effective leadership during turbulent times. We have distinguished speakers, a former Dean of Arts, Olabode Onabanjo University, Professor Oladile Balogun, as the main speaker. We have Dr. Murakinyo Oloyede, a former HR director of GLO. We also have one of our own, one of the past chairmen of CIPM Ogun State branch, Ms. Edith Onwankwo, as the discussants of that event. In conclusion, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you. Yes, each and every one on this call who have contributed to the success we have recorded. Thank you for your unwavering support and tireless dedication to the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria, especially Ogun State branch. Our journey of achievement and progress would not have been possible, possible without the exemplary leadership and unwavering commitment of our esteemed executive committee and various committees set up at the branch. So while I may not be able to mention everyone who has contributed to our success, I want to acknowledge the invaluable efforts of some key individuals. Amiable and very loyal vice chairman. Yes, amiable and very, very, very loyal vice chairman, Mrs. Doni Ogun Adetona, ACIPM. Thank you for being a dependable friend. We were able to achieve all this because you stood by me, supporting all my big dreams. You know, some of these dreams are, you know, off the roof, yet you stood by me, and this is where we are today. Thank you very much. Our indefatigable General Secretary, Dr. Olutunde Olukoga, ACIPM, I celebrate you immensely. Thank you for shouldering the entire responsibilities of the branch, pulling me here and there. Sometimes when I'm weak, you're on your feet, ensuring, you know, this oath we swore that we abide by it, and we take the branch to the next level. Our immediate past chairman, Alhaji Adedotan Abubakar, thank you for being Agba indeed in our midst. Mr. Bisiolu Azim, thank you very much. Mr. Oyetola Oyeyemi, thank you for remaining a dependable pillar of support to all of us. Mama Yinka Kukoyi, chairman of our leadership and mediation committee, thank you for all you continually do. Mr. Jola Oyeneye, MNI, MCIPM, Mr. Musiliu Afisi, Dr. Shola Owueye, yes, he was instrumental in the LASU achievements and all other achievements we have recorded as a branch. Pastor Seun Adebayo, Dr. Dari Ajayi, Pastor Philip Adebambo, Pastor Ife Afolabi, Chief Bolaji Oyedeko, Mrs. Bettina Bangboshe, a host of others. Thank you, everyone. If I didn't mention your name, not that you didn't contribute, I've mentioned committees, I've mentioned members of the executive committee. I also wish to acknowledge the invaluable contributions of the Secretariat from the headquarters, particularly Mr. Adeshola Ajibola, MCIPM, and Mrs. Sheyi Musa Semugana, for your guidance and support. Maybe we would have missed it, but for your guidance and support. Thank you very much for always being with us. I must express profound gratitude to Mr. Olusegun Mojid, FCIPM, FNLI, the President and Chairman of the Governing Council, for his exemplary leadership and fatherly guidance. A lot of times we've run to him and he kept advising us, he kept stepping in where he needs to. And this has been instrumental in ensuring the stability and growth of our branch. Together with the dedication and collaboration of all of you, we believe and we are confident that we will continue to flourish and positively impact both our profession and our community. Thank you all once again. While I can continue counting, I must stop here due to time constraints. So I close by saying, God bless the CIPM, God bless Ogun State, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yours sincerely, Engineer Sean Olabode Badiru, MCIPM, the privileged pilot of this ship. Mr. Ladan Gobir, please, you can please unmute and give a goodwill message to the House. Mr. Ladan Gobir is the chairman of the Ethics Committee of CIPM.
Thank you very much, Sean.
Thank you very much, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Let me stand on the already established protocol, very well established by the chairman of the Ogun State branch, and to also enable us to save time. I wish to thank you for inviting me to join the annual general meeting of the branch today. I have listened rapidly and, of course, very aptly to the report of the chairman regarding the activities of the branch, and I must say that they are very impressive. We've seen chapters growing under the Ogun State branch, and as chapters are growing, so also are the numbers of members being attracted, of course, to the respective chapters and to the branch. So I wish to, on this note, congratulate the Ogun State branch for having spent the last 1 year, ensuring that it is activity packed, and that the branch is delivering value to members in various ways. I congratulate you on this annual general meeting, and I do look forward, of course, to working with the branch. I recall that late last year, the branch had invited me to speak at one of your events, I believe in December, where I spoke on ethics in the workplace. That was particularly humbling and honoring for me, and I do look forward to further collaboration and partnership with the Ogun State branch of the CIPM. Thank you very much for having me on the call, and thank you for inviting me. Over to you, Sean. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Ladan Gobir, the chairman of CIPM Ethics Committee. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Committee on Ethics, CIPM Committee on Ethics. Thank you for gracing this occasion. We feel very honored having you around. Next, we want to invite to give a goodwill message the chairman of the Strategic Planning and Implementation Committee of our institute, who doubles as the immediate past national treasurer of the institute and a one-time chairman of the Lagos State branch, Mrs. Chidi Obiejesi, MCIPM. The floor is yours, ma'am. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, my chairman. Please confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good day, everyone. Let me also sit on already established protocol like my colleague, Alhaji Ladan Gobre, FCIPN, just did right now. Since this protocol has been well established by the chairman, I just want to use this opportunity to say, good morning, professional colleagues. Good morning, chairman and executive of Ogun State branch, all fellows in the house, and I think our registrar was here. But let me also say this, I'm particularly excited to be here, and I would like to say congratulations to Ogun State. Congratulations to the ESCO. I've quietly listened to the chairman's speech, and I'm quite elated on the milestones that have been achieved so far, and this is just within 1 year. For me, it's exciting because my relationship with Ogun State dates back to 2017 when I became the chairman of Lagos State branch. That continued the collaboration between the two states, Lagos State and Ogun State. And then as chairman, I came in as at the time RCC chapter was being inaugurated, and we actively participated. Kudos to the leadership then. And fast forward, that has seen the growth of Ogun State in leaps and bounds, both in creating chapters, in even buying a land, getting a land, acquisition of land, and other milestones. Well done, ESCO. Well done, the entire members, for the support you give to this leadership. What it tells me listening to this is that whenever you see visionary leaders take charge of any organization, any group, anybody, then the sky is just the limit of what they can achieve and where places they can go to. And I would encourage Ogun State, brother, we should not relent. We have seen that over the years, we've been very dedicated and committed at picking very excellent, exemplary and visionary leaders, and very resourceful ones at that. And that has always shown forth in the things, how we have grown. In fact, we have become a competition. We need to begin to check in people. Well done, Ogun. Congratulations. We look forward to more, both in the next leadership as you do your AGM. And we also look forward to the collaboration and continued support we receive from all stakeholders. And we are here for you. Well done. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Chidima Justina Obiejesi. I give credit. Esteemed colleagues, this is the woman that gave us the password to the acquisition of the land that we're about to acquire. She's the one that gave me the blueprint of how to go about it. She just whispered to me that go this route, you will get the land. And now I have gone to inspect the land. I know some of you, at one point or the other, we have let the cat out of the bag. You know the size of the land. It's a massive mammoth land space. And we have also whispered to the headquarters that what we want to build on that land is the International Conference Center. International Conference Center. So we are going to hand it over to the institute. We will, if they want us to be tenants there on our land, no problem. But our dream is bigger than, you know, just building a small secretariat there. We are trusting God that we'll be able to erect an international conference center there, and perhaps a hotel, you know, a 5-star hotel, so that rather than traveling to Abuja all the time for your conferences, you can just come there, and when you are done, you just move to the back and, you know, stay there overnight. A Nikon standard hotel, you know, like Marriott, you know, that can stand shoulder to shoulder with any hotel anywhere across the globe. This is our dream. I know we will get there. We already have the strategic plan in place. Even after our 1 year, you know, it doesn't end there. Those that are taking over from us will continue to drive this vision, because is all our collective vision.
Good afternoon once again. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, there's a lot of background noise here. I think I'm still here, but in between so many functions going on, Chairman, and you know what's going on at the moment.
Yes,
but
thank you very much.
I wouldn't take this for granted, and it's important for us, even as an institute, the role that our branches play in the development of the institute, and the support of the branches to the headquarters can never be taken for granted. For me, and on behalf of all those that work with the headquarters, the music to my ears, and I was very pleasantly happy, if there's a word like that, words like that, to hear about the land and the grand, lofty, and what else can I describe that vision and the ambition of having an international conference center? And that's just one of the many things that I'll say the Ogun State branch has been seeking, or actually doing in the last year or even the years gone by. Maybe I'm a bit partial because I'm from Ogun State as well. I'm an indigene of Ogun State. But I'm really proud of the achievements of the state. And it can only get better. And I also received information as well with the change of the head of service, recent change in the head of service. Are you aware of that?
Yes, definitely. We are making moves.
Chairman.
Yes, I'm aware. We are making moves to facilitate a courtesy visit to him.
To him, yeah. He happens to be a relative, so that makes everything easy.
Mm-hmm.
It can only get better, and the branch can only get stronger and bigger. And we are proud of you. We're proud of the strides that you're taking. That's very strong collaboration with the public service, starting even with the Ogun State civil service, and it can only get better. So I'm saying congratulations. We're looking forward to that land. We're looking forward to all the amounts of money that will be spent, actually, based on what you've just unveiled to us. But this is a congratulations to the EXCO. Thank you for the work that you're doing. Like Mr. Jibola said, the reward of good work is more work. So we're also going to be asking for more, Oliver Twist, and we're going to continue to ask for your support as we continue to bring members in, either through the public sector, which is predominantly what makes up Ogun State, or some of the private sectors in the different industrial areas where Ogun State is also domiciled, like Shagamu, Ota, Agbara. So there's a lot to be done. So thank you. And even going beyond, and I have to say this, the boundaries of even Ogun State, that's commendable, because it's not just about one state doing one thing, it's also working collaboratively. So I'm going to use this opportunity to encourage use the experience that you have to bring up and encourage the other branches that may not be doing as well as you're doing, but they're also striving to make continuous improvements. So please, let's use what you have and what you have done in the past to help build other branches. So we're looking forward to you actually taking them under your wings and leading them, supporting them, and guiding them as well. But again, I say on behalf of the President and Chairman of the Governing Council, I say thank you very much for all the work that has been done so far. Congratulations on a successful year so far. I wish you a successful AGM and the elections that are going to be happening shortly, as we look forward to working with you. Well, thank you very much. Chairman, thank you to you and your team. You are appreciated.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much, man. We are always glad to lean on you for support. Thank you for all you continually do to the headquarters.